Today I'm going to talk about a topic that everyone seems to have an opinion on, and it is really widely spoken about. Are there too many travelling families on YouTube, and are we all just a bunch of wankers trying to make a blockbuster film out of our video and trying to make a buck out of it? So let's dig right into it. So look, the language I used, wankers, is probably a bit harsh, but I'm sure there's so many people out there, and you do get that feeling sometimes, you know, oh, look at those wankers over there trying to video and making a blockbuster film out of their, you know, family holiday. But look, I don't look at it that way, but there are cases out there where the blockbuster video making comes before other people's enjoyment on their holiday. Don't forget, you guys out there that are making content, you really need to be aware that other people are on their holiday and they don't necessarily want to be in your video. We were really cautious with that. I really didn't want to be that YouTube dude making videos at everyone else's expense. We tried to keep it as private as possible, and that goes along with using the drone. You need to really be respectful of where you put the drones up. It sounds like a swarm of bees coming at you, and it's really annoying if you're in a really peaceful place. A lot of national parks have banned them, and I understand why, also because of, you know, flying planes and things like that. So yeah, before we dig right into whether you should or shouldn't, that's covering off a few topics of how we did it and how we feel like we did it respectfully. Right, so are we all just wankers trying to video our family holiday and make a buck out of it? I don't believe that, otherwise I wouldn't have done it, of course. So look, it's like saying there's too many hairdressers in one town. Think about where you live and count the amount of hairdressers per capita that are in a town. Like, and I'm not putting shit on hairdressers. Good friends are hairdressers. My sister's a hairdresser. It just seems to be one of those professions where there is so many hairdressers per town. It's always been a bit of a joke. But the point is, they all thrive, they all survive, because everyone's different. Not everyone likes to go to the same hairdresser. Not everyone likes the same style. Some are closer, some are further away. Like, it's really not one size fits all. And I think YouTube is exactly the same, especially with traveling family YouTube channels. What fits one person may not necessarily fit another. So you really got to understand that just because there's so many on YouTube, that actually just means there's such a big market for it. So absolutely, if you're sitting at home and you're about to do a big trip and you want to do a YouTube channel out of it, 100% do it. Don't not do it because you think there's too many already out there. It's already been done to death, and it's been done really well, which it has. There's some, you know, bigger names out there doing it really well and doing it really professionally, and the videos look amazing. But don't forget that there's people watching those channels, and that's not necessarily for them. They want to see, you know, a rawer version or a simplified version, or someone just having a go. Like, it's such a specific taste. Like everything in life, one size doesn't fit all, and YouTube's no different. So 100% disagree with the fact that just because there's so many people out there already doing it does not mean that you can't do it. Right, so we've said you can definitely do it. I agree with that, because this is something I thought I would never do in my life, and I'm freaking loving it. I'm really having a ball. I'm really enjoying sharing my experiences. Don't forget, I'm not an expert, never been an expert at anything, and I don't plan to be an expert at anything going forward. But these are what I've learned from personal experiences. We've now done it, so I can now at least comment on it. What I will say though, is if you have no experience with editing, you have no experience with photography, you have no experience being in front of the camera, and at one point that was all of me. My wife does have a photography background, and we are reasonably adept with computers, not overly. It is a lot of work. Don't forget that. Do not ruin your holiday to make a YouTube channel. You really want to have done it beforehand, leading up to it, and you want to do it long term after that. Don't just plan on making a YouTube channel out of that one trip, because it will ruin your holiday. It is so much work. There's at least 8 hours of editing in a 20-minute episode. That doesn't include putting all the footage off the devices onto the computer, getting the footage, you know, driving back for that extra shot. Like, generally speaking, getting the footage isn't such a big thing, because you want to document your travels anyway. Like, that's how we did it. We really only put on our episodes what we want to go back and have a look at, to a degree. I mean, you end up fluffing it up a bit and you want to make something presentable. There's nothing wrong with that, but you don't want to go overboard and make it look like a show, because it's not a show. It is a traveling family, 100%, and that's what attracts people to YouTube. You don't want it to look like a show. Otherwise, you're trying to fake things, and once you just can't keep that up. You need to just be you. And if people don't like watching you, well, that's just how it is. Righto, I just got to interrupt myself for a second though. Buy some hats. Heaps of stock just come in. Look, we're only flogging these things because we really like the look of them. We made a design that looked good. It doesn't have smart touring systems written all over it. To make them attractive was more important than the branding for us. We're thinking about doing shirts soon too, guys, so comment below if you'd be interested in a shirt. Stubby holders. Yes, we are trying to flog a few things off because we really enjoy doing this and we want to keep doing it. We do, however, keep them as cheap as possible. We do not make a lot out of this, guys, but we appreciate the support. Righto, back on track. Let's get back to the topic. So the last thing I'm going to touch on, everyone says it's not worth it for the time and effort you put into it. You get nothing in return. I am going to disagree with that. I was really pleasantly surprised with the revenue we got back off YouTube because 100%, a big driver for us doing YouTube was to make some money out of it, simply because we want to continue to do it. And if we can make some money out of it, it means I have to do my day job less, which means I can continue to make content. So we're not going to fluff around and just say we're doing it for the love of it. Yes, I am, but the only way you can put food on the table in this day and age is to make a wage. So that's just straight up. If you can make something out of something you love, like that to me is a no-brainer. That's how Lance started, and I'll give you a sneak peek at him right now because he's a big driver of why we want to continue to do YouTube and continue to make money out of it, because I get to do something so cool like that and make money out of it at the same time. So 100%, do not listen to everyone says you get nothing for it. Hours versus, if I broke it down into an hourly rate, it would be absolutely putrid. But you don't, it's like I'm doing my apprenticeship all over again. You've got to think small, and eventually, hopefully, the views will go like that, and the revenue will too. If you want to do it as a long-term project, and eventually make something out of it, and be proud enough to look back on it, 100%, don't listen to everyone. If you want to do it, you do it. That's my 2 bob. Thanks for watching, guys, and don't forget, you only live once. Get out there and enjoy it.